Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to winterize a jet ski when you're ready to store it for the winter. As you can see, I've pulled my red 900 out of the water. It's been sitting here in the garage for a couple weeks now. For this you're going to need some fuel stabilizer and some fogging oil. Now what you want to do is fill the tank up all the way. You want to store this with a full tank to prevent condensation buildup. Then once you've done that, you want to add your stable. And it's got the directions on the back. 1 ounce treats 2.5 gallons. What you do is you use this little thing to measure. It like dumps in there if you take the cap off. And mix that in properly. Give it a couple minutes. And what you want to do is start it and run it for probably about like 30 seconds. Turn it off, wait a couple minutes, and start it up again for about 20 seconds. Let the the stable run through the system, get in through the carbs, and prevent any gum buildup or anything like that. Now, before you even start any of this stuff, what you want to do is you can store them on the trailer, but when you pull them out of the water, the easiest way to do it is while they're still on the boat ramp and still on an incline, kind of like this. What you want to do is start it up, run it for about 30 seconds, giving it, just very small bursts of the throttle, get it up, just rev the engine a little bit. Do that for 30 seconds, turn it off, do it again for 30 seconds, and then do it again a third time. So there's 3 cycles of 30 seconds. And you want to have it tilted back, make sure you do that. And that clears all the water out of the engine, because you do not want that in there during the winter. This is a 900 triple 3-cylinder engine, and this right here is the air box. Most of them should be located on the top of the engine. What you want to do is take that off. There should be just some bolts, so move those first. Now the first thing you want to do is start it up. Before you do that, make sure you have your can of fogging oil ready. And once it starts up, what you want to do is keep on spraying into each cylinder until the engine stalls out. That completely coats everything. Let it work it through the system. This has been sitting in the garage for a while, so it's going to take a little more effort to start. This thing's usually a pain in the ass to start, but at least I've got the luxury of cold starting my jet ski in the garage, which I haven't done before, so let's see how it goes. Almost there. There you go. That's the end of that. Once you've done that, put your cover back on and remove the spark plugs. Now, especially being a jet ski or anything marine, spark plugs are going to be covered in all sorts of rust and all that shit. These are actually fairly new and they look like they're 50 years old. What you want to do is when you spray it in, sometimes it can all this crap here is from the spark plugs that can blow that into the cylinder. You do not want it to go through here because this goes directly into the combustion chamber. It goes inside the cylinder, and if you get any of that in there, next time you run it, it's going to score the cylinder walls because the cylinder walls are completely smooth and it needs to be that way for very good compression. But what you do want to do is kind of go outwards. This is usually what I do. Brush it outwards just to get some of the crap away from there. Be very careful not to get anything in there. Do the same with the other ones. Once you feel they're fairly clean, take your fogging oil. What you want to do is spray a little bit in each cylinder. It doesn't have to be too much, but you want to have enough in there. You can always have more than less. You don't want to have too little. Now once you're done with that, you want to cover up the cylinders. You can use just kind of a towel. It's covered up just to keep all that shit from spraying out. And what you're going to do is turn the engine a few times to let the oil move the pistons up and down and let the oil coat the cylinder walls. And that should be good. Yeah, it's got a little bit on there. Now your cylinder walls are coated with the oil. And one of the main reasons to use this stuff is to prevent, corrosion and rust and all that stuff. You want your jet ski to be able to last. These things last forever if you take care of them. Now the next thing you want to do is take your spark plugs, take your fogging oil, spray it a little bit in the threads and then the end. Just flip it. Just make sure you get it at all angles. And then install it back in the hole. And do that with the rest of your plugs. This is, you want to make sure you have plugs in there. You don't want to leave without plugs because the moisture and dirt and bugs and everything can get in there, and you don't want those in there. So even if you are going to replace your spark plugs, you can do it now. I'd actually recommend still using the old ones, but I'd wait till spring to replace them. And what I do is I replace the spark plugs every spring, and it's probably something you should do because it helps it run a lot better, and it'll start a lot easier too. Next thing you're going to want to do is locate your battery. Most of them are in the back. And you want to remove the bracket first, disconnect the battery, disconnect the negative terminal first, then the positive, then pull your battery out. You got your battery out. How you want to store this is, probably the best place is in the garage, but if you put, a lot of these batteries, if you put them on concrete, it does create some sort of a current through the concrete and it'll eventually drain it. Then it'll be dead in the spring. So what you want to do is get a nice rubber mat to put all your batteries on if you're going to set them down on the concrete. Once you're done with all that, you can work on cleaning it. As you can see, this one's not shiny anymore. It's all chalky and it has it doesn't look shiny at all. And you can go over, clean that. I don't know, it's pretty much just elbow grease. Just scrubbing it really works. Experiment, everybody has their own different methods of how they want to clean them up, but once you're done with that, make sure to finish it with a coat of wax, and that's how you winterize a jet ski.